Hi, we'll learn today how to prepare our workbook for printing and also complete some more conditional formatting and general formatting to our worksheet. So as you can see here, the end result of my work should look like the image shown here, and I will be doing my work on this range here. And then towards the end, we'll make sure that this will print nicely on any printer. So let's start. We have this made-up university called Manchester University. Go Tigers! And this is the picture of their mascot. So let's first merge and center the range H3 through H17 to make it look like this. So ultimately, we want this portion of my sheet to look like this. So let's first merge and center this range here. And to do that, we click on Merge and Center. So Excel will merge these cells to be one cell essentially and center the text in the middle, as you can see. But of course, we want to rotate the text up so that it looks like this and it doesn't look weird like what we have right now. So to rotate the text, you can go to Orientation under Alignment, and you want to rotate text up. And let's also middle align the text vertically so it appears in the middle. The column width is too wide here, so we'll change it to 6. So right click on column H, column width, and let's change it to 6, which means it's going to fit 6 characters in that width. Alright, so let's change the formatting of the actual font. So we'll choose the Lucida console as the font, and size, let's make it 16, and we'll also bold the text. So Control B will bold the text, or you can simply click on the B here to bold the text. Perfect. Again, to make this look like the picture, we will change the font color to white and the fill color to blue. So font color, we'll change it to white, but of course white on white is not going to show, so we'll change the fill color to the blue color. You can also click on the launcher by the font group to make your changes. Font, fill, border, all that good stuff. Okay, now we will add a red double line border as an outline. There's a red double line border. We'll do that as an outline. And so just like I showed you earlier, you can click on the launcher by the font group to do that, or I can click on the drop down by border, go to more borders, and so we want double line style border. The color is going to be red, and we want it to be on the outline. So on the outline, we can click on outline to do that, or you can simply click one at a time, like click on where you want to add the borders, on which sides, but this is easier to apply it quickly to the outline. Okay, we click OK. So now if I click away from the merged range, you see the outline, the red outline, and you see how this text is too close to column H, so we want to indent this text, indent the content of all of these cells by pushing the text slightly away from column H. To do that, once you make your selection, you can click on Increase Indent under Alignment Group, and so that increases the indentation. It pushes the text away from the cell, as you can see. Okay. And now we will calculate the average here. So we want to know the average scores. So we have students' names, different subjects that they took, and the grades that they had. We want to calculate the average for each student. And to do that, we have a function called average. So you can put equal sign and then type AVE. And sure enough, we have average. And it gives you a description of what it does. So double click on average. And then you pass the average function the range that you want to calculate the average for, which is this range right here. So it passes it as an argument to the average function, hit enter, and so this is the average that Jared gets. Now to calculate the other averages, you don't have to like do it for each one individually. I can simply copy that down, right? And a quick way to do that is simply use the fill handle to copy this function down to get the averages for the other students. Another way to copy the average down, let me do Control Z to undo my changes. Control Z. You can also select the first cell that has the average and the cells below it, and I can go to Fill and click down, and that will do the same thing for me. Let me show you one more method to copy the average formula down. You can simply copy this formula, this cell, by clicking copy or Control C and then selecting where I want to paste it, and then Control V is the keyboard shortcut, or I can simply click on the paste button to copy the formula. Perfect. Okay, so now let's use conditional formatting to format the top 5 scores, So from the picture here, you see how the top 5 scores are shown in green fill, black font. And instead of me trying to find the top 5 scores, there is a very nice feature in Excel called conditional formatting that will do the hard work for me. And so conditional formatting, from the name, it means that formatting will be applied if a certain condition is met. Now let's do this. One way to do that if you have a Windows machine is if you select your range and you click on the quick analysis tool that just appears after you make your selection, you can go to this one, for example. Here it says top 10%, but of course this is not what we want. But top 10%, it's showing the top 10% in scores, and it's displaying them in red. Typically red color means not good, so I want to display them in green, and want the top 5 scores, not the top 5%, for example. So we can go to conditional formatting instead, and then top bottom. The closest the closest option we have here is top 10 items. I can click on that, and in here I would change the number 10 to 5. So now this is going to display the top 5 scores with, and you can click here and see if you can see the formatting that we want to apply, but in this case we don't have it, so we want to do custom format. And so for the fill color we want green. I think this color green looks close to the image. And the font, we want to make sure it's black, and click OK. And here we go. We have applied the conditional formatting to our selection.